Today we are reviewing the BougeRV JuiceGo portable power pack with 240 watt hours of power. So let's talk about how you'd use this, why to use it, some of the features, some of the benefits, and we're going to explain a little bit of everything about this thing. For one, we always start out by telling you when we get an item for free. This was sent to us for free. Here's something cool though, is we asked them, is there anything specific you'd like us to highlight? They told us, just use it and give us your honest opinion and your experience with it, which is what we always do. But a lot of times these companies have features that they want you to highlight. They just said, give us your true review, which is cool. So here we are unboxing it. Packaged nice, pretty straightforward. You've got owner's manual in here, and you've got a power cord and a USB cable, which we'll talk about in a second. Comes with an integrated handle, very easy to carry. This weighs just a little over 6 pounds, which, again, this is not just your portable device that you're gonna charge your cell phone with. This is gonna bring you a little more life than that, and we're gonna talk about that. So this is for on the go. Maybe you're a content creator and you want to charge your laptops and your microphones and everything. You could do that. Maybe you're traveling and you want lights, or maybe even a small coffee pot you want to use from here. So maybe you wear a CPAP machine and you're out tent camping. You could do that. We're going to talk about that in a second. So you've got a handle up top, makes it nice. The sides here are kind of like a rubber grip. So if you wanted to set it this way or this way, they're kind of non-slip. Doesn't really work great on this table, but you get the idea. So starting with the light, you've got 3 modes. You've got bright, medium, and then you've got like an SOS. Like maybe if you're out in the woods or you're on the side of the road, you could use it to attract attention. That's how you power this on. You've got an AC button, which is going to power the outlet on the other side, which we'll talk about in a second. You've got an input here. So this input you can charge with a 12-volt source from a vehicle, or you could use a solar charger, which they make there. So you have an input from 11 to 32 volts. So you've got some options there. And out, your typical 12-volt cigarette-style lighter output. And you've got a USB-C. You've got one that can be used for in and out. You've got one that's just for an out. And then you've got a USB standard A output. Moving to the front, you do have a nice screen. It's a little on the small side, but it tells you what you need to know. The cool thing about the screen here is not only will it tell you what the output is, it'll tell you what the input is. So with the screen, if you had solar in, so with the screen, say you were charging via solar, but also charging a battery, you could watch the consumption of what you're using going out, as well as what's coming back into the unit. So that's pretty cool to see. On this side, we've got a fan here, which pulls any of the heat that's created off of it. And we do have a standard 110 outlet. Now, you're not gonna hook up microwave ovens and pizza ovens, this kind of thing, right? But you do have a lot of options. So they're suggesting from here, you could charge a standard laptop about 3.5 times before this is dead. You could charge your iPad 8 times. You could charge a phone 13 times. You could watch a television for 2.5 hours. I'm assuming probably an HD or a LED TV, something with minimal consumption. As far as outdoor electronics, you could charge a drone 4.5 times. Cameras you could charge. Portable refrigerators. You could power a portable fridge off of this, or a portable cooler, almost 6 hours with one of these. So from an emergency standpoint, you could run a CPAP machine off this thing for about 20 hours, even blood pressure monitors and stuff like that. So maybe in case of emergency, you do have those options. Let's talk about charging. You do have a few options that we talked about earlier. You can charge from this, right? Solar power. I just used a standard USB-C. Now keep in mind, if you're just going to use the same charger you charge your phone with, this could take 18 hours to charge, right? But if you use something with a little more power, maybe the same charger you use to charge your laptop with, you can reduce the charge time of this pretty significantly. So you've got an input-output of 100 watts there. So you have some flexibility with how much power you can push in and take out of that USB-C. So it does not come with a USB-C charger. Listen, every one of us has some kind of USB-C charger, but I think for on-the-go power, 6 pounds, a little over $100. Now this is estimated to be recharged a cycle of 30-some thousand times, I believe it is. Don't hold me to it. At any rate, it's about 10 years worth of life. So for a little over $100 to get 10-year lifespan out of something electronic like this, I don't think you could ask much more. So let's put it to a test. Let's show you what we can plug into it and see what we can come up with. All right, so here I've got a Milwaukee M12 charger, whether it was M12, M18, I'm sure it would handle either. We'll plug this guy in. So maybe you were on the road or on a job site or whatever the case. And we'll turn this power on. And as you can see in this battery's already charged, but let's see, we'll cycle it through here. And we got a green light. So charging your power tools on the go. Maybe, for example, now you got two options. So my MacBook I can charge by USB-C, right? So I could plug it right into that side, or I could use this. And I can charge my MacBook right here. And as you can see, we've got the little orange light here on the charger telling me it's charging. So it does tell me that, I just pulled that out. So let's see what it tells me. It tells me right now between these two things that I have 0 watts coming in, as it's obviously not charging. And I'm using about 35 watts going out. Pretty cool. So you can mount that right here. I'm still at 100%. So whether you're on the go, maybe you're traveling, whatever the need is, this thing is pretty slick to be able to bring 110 volts like literally at your fingertips. So I mean, you could plug in lamps, fans, TVs, again, maybe even a small coffee pot. It's going to depend on the power it draws. But guys, as always, we give reviews here. We're honest about them. We turn down a lot of stuff that we don't think would make sense to our audience or would be a good product. Definitely 2 thumbs up for the BougeRV JuiceGo. Highly recommend. And I'm excited to have this in my arsenal. There's been plenty of times I've been somewhere and I need to charge, or we're doing videos somewhere and I don't have access to an outlet or power, and I need more than just that little, power pack that you would charge your phone with. This, 2 thumbs up. We're going to leave a link and description in the comments below. Save a couple dollars, help a channel, and if you use our links. As always, like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.